Yo, 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 everybody. Welcome back to episode 2. It is the Noski Show, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, Vinny?
Doing good, man. Good tunes to get fired up for the pod. Episode 2. Happy to be back. Thanks for having me yet again.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming back. Frickin'. Yeah, as you can see, we brought the old school, the OG banner from Skeeter and Rick's. We were gonna stick with the Skeeter Show, but change it to the Noski Show because it just felt right, you know.
Just felt right.
Sometimes when something just feels right, and you just gotta go for it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
More
No, I
authentic.
dig it. That's why you're the brains of the operation.
I'd say a lot. No, we got these new mic stands too. I like these. How was your day, dude? How's twerk?
Pretty uneventful. Pretty uneventful. I had to work a little late. Mostly just. It's still a good day. It's my brother's birthday. First
Nice.
of all, 26 years old.
So younger.
Yeah, younger brother.
Shout out.
Shout out Alex.
Shout out Alex. Happy birthday.
We're fucking drinking for you.
Cheers.
I'm waiting for him to get home so he can FaceTime me and we can do a shotgun.
Is he going out?
Maybe.
Does
He said.
he live close by or what?
No. He lives in Ogdensburg, which is
Ogdensburg.
Ogdensburg. It's
That's a wild one.
in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Like up north?
Sorta. It's kind of northeast of here. Kind of by Wapaka. Kind of by Manawa.
Okay.
It's like an hour from here, I guess. But like driving there, dude, it's absolutely sketchy, dude. It's like, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
No service, no internet, no cable. Yeah, whatever. He got a fucking dirt cheap apartment from a buddy of ours.
Lumberjack country.
Pays like fucking, I don't know, $500 a month or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap. That's not bad. You can't really find anything for that nowadays.
No, it's not like official by any means.
Yeah.
You'll take it. $500 a month? Shit.
Yeah, I think the cheapest I lived on my own, it was like $800 a month, but it was like the tiniest little apartment you can think of, like old, and that was in Oshkosh. Shout out to Oshkosh.
So what about you? Work,
It was good.
life?
I woke up early. I went to the gym. That felt good.
I wasn't sure you were going to do it.
Dude, I probably only slept like 4 or 5 hours because I just could not freaking sleep for the life of me last night. It's just like, you get those times you just come home and you're like, it's 9 o'clock, like we're watching the game, and I'm like, all right, I could freaking zone off.
Pass out, fucking, yeah.
And then you lay in bed and you're like, dude, your mind just is like racing. You're like, dude, I'm wide awake right now. I could freaking.
I can go to the gym right now.
Yeah. But obviously, like scrolling fucking
Scrolling the feed or whatever.
Facebook, Instagram, all that fucking shit doesn't help. Well, then I went to work. That was good. Freaking trying to get, like, there's just random shit everywhere, like insulation blankets for, like, pipes and shit.
Okay.
But they're just, no one knows where they all go. So I'm just trying to, like, piece that shit together because, like, winter's coming, man. Winter's coming quick. It was a little
the
chilly
dragons
today.
are coming. It was chilly today, dude. I wore a sweatshirt all day today. Almost all day today.
Yeah, I threw it on for a little bit.
But we're working on a new construction and there's no heating or cooling or nothing in there yet. Like, it's pretty bare bones.
Porta potties.
Porta potties, you damn right, dude.
At least they're not too freaking hot where it's you're sweating in those.
Oh, yeah.
In those
It was a long
puppies.
summer.
Yeah.
It was a long summer using the bad boys.
I bet.
But you got to go.
Yeah. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've used the leaf before in certain situations. I'm not gonna lie. When you're out, like, I used to do like fiber optic cable, and you're out digging holes on the side of like a ditch that's freaking
Along some country
there's
road.
nothing
Yep.
for miles, and you're like, dude, like I cannot freaking hold it. You take those shop towels, if you're out of those, Mother Nature is still there for you, you know.
Thank you, Mother Nature. Give me that maple leaf.
Speaking of Mother Nature, we can jump
Good
into
segue right there.
Jump into today's topic. So we picked up some we're like, you know what, we kind of had the last pod talking about like the ocean and how like 80% freaking undiscovered, and
unknown.
not known.
And I was reading into it a little bit after we shot that, and some researchers out of Canada or Nova Scotia, I believe it was, a university up there, believe 91% of the ocean is undiscovered. We know a fraction, a fraction of the creatures and the sea life, whatever.
Yeah.
They say we know more about space than we do the ocean.
I've heard that.
It's just pretty wild.
Because at some sections, I'm wondering, like, do they even know how deep it actually goes? Like, does it go deeper than they even fucking
Right. Like
know?
what is it? The Marianas Trench, I think, is like one of the deepest points that we are currently aware of.
Marianas Trench.
I couldn't tell you how to spell it.
Mariana Trench. Mariana Islands, okay. Let's say how deep. Deep is your freaking... Never mind.
Tell us, AI. Tell us how deep the ocean is.
Okay, maximum depth is 10,984 meters.
Okay.
This is America. We don't use meters.
Yes. So what's a meter again? I think. What's the deepest that like a human has traveled down to though? Because I know we can't go so deep because of the pressure, right?
Yeah.
That whole submersible thing was a big issue because of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that one I think was they just did poor. Like, they just rushed that freaking submarine, and put it together with a couple trash cans.
The aluminum freaking diver, dude.
That's wild. If you're like, I don't know how crazy it would have been to get on that freaking.
To be rich, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do with my money.
You're
so
just that bored. Like, let's freaking scrap together a submarine and go to town.
Yeah, let's just go see what's down there, man.
Check it out. All right, the deepest the human has traveled is to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Okay.
It's held by Jacques Picard and Don Walsh in 1960. They went 10,000, so 35.
So they bang to the bottom.
Yeah, well,
I was mistaken.
10,916. So just like a few, like 70 meters off the bottom, but that's 35,800 feet.
I didn't even think that was possible. That's pretty.
And
they did it in the 60s?
Yeah, and then in 2019, Victor Vescovo went 10,927.
Okay.
Setting the current deepest man dive.
Current record.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
It's pretty scary too.
What's the pressure?
Yeah, like to be down there, like if something goes wrong, you're done. You're finished.
16,000 psi. That's crazy. I don't know if that means like.
Tell me how crazy that is.
It's like, dude.
You're the engineer
like if you have
here.
a pipe, like we work with like steam system and stuff, and it's like maybe like a few hundred.
Okay.
But like you fucking. Crack that. To put this in perspective, dude, I have this like biological system that it just has a pump and whatever pumps thicker liquid, but that's only like 40 psi, and it has this like little flow sensor, this little electronic thing that just sticks in with the little probe.
Okay.
I tried to take it off one time without shutting it down because you don't want to shut down if you don't have to. Freaking it just launched it, dude, across the fucking gone.
Wow.
And that was like 40 psi, 16,000. That's freaking insane.
I guess now that I'm thinking about it, you generally you fill your car tires up to what, 40-ish?
Yeah,
right?
35.
35-ish, yeah. So 16,000.
Yeah, well, that's how many pounds per 1 square inch. So like that's
okay.
A heavy hitter. But yeah,
it's crazy we'd even
shit.
build something to withstand that. Let alone put a human in it and then send them down there. Send them into the trenches.
Yeah, let's see what the subs are made of. Specialized materials.
That doesn't tell us much.
No.
It's just really high quality.
High strength
aluminum.
steel. That's about 5 inches thick.
Yeah. Ooh.
Which really doesn't seem like a lot.
No, not really.
Like,
5 inches?
That's holding you back from fucking just instant brain squashing. You know?
Yeah, like how fast do you die? When something goes wrong, like you're done, right? It's probably painless.
I'd say for the most part, it's painless because if it happens so quick that you
just don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, you wouldn't even freaking know.
I bet you it's a gruesome scene, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. Your brain's just splattered. Freaking
eyes popping out of your head.
And then just dissolve in the freaking water.
You're fish food now, dog. You're fish food. Whatever's down there.
Would you do
fish.
Would you go down a deep sea fucking dive like that?
I don't know. I feel like I'd be more comfortable going to outer space. But
that's fair.
But
you see the megalodon down there?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like, we don't know for a fact about any space creatures. We know for a fact there's all these wild sea fucking creatures.
Yeah. But it's another, like, would you rather be trapped in space or trapped in the bottom of the ocean?
I guess you're kind of suffocating either way.
Yeah.
If you think you could escape, you're suffocating either way.
Because what's those there's those people that are trapped in space like right now. Have you heard of those?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know there's people trapped in there. I've heard it's happened.
No, they're like right now. Or like they were supposed to go up for like a few days.
Okay.
And then it's ending up to like months. So yeah, they went to space for 8 days and they're gonna be stuck until 2025.
What? Yeah. Who fucked that up?
Yeah,
someone's getting fired, dude.
I fucking hope so.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is it? It's like a crew of astronauts or something.
I think it's only like 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 astronauts, a guy and a girl.
Well, guys, you got time to kill.
Yeah, they're on June 5th. Matter of days, didn't go as planned.
And now they're waiting on another ship or like the right trajectory back to Earth or something.
I think something like that. Like they have to wait for the right trajectory or they're just like, fuck these people. Maybe I don't know.
Well, it's only the 2 of them. They were B grade scientists.
Right.
They weren't our best astronauts.
They could have been better.
They could have been better. Maybe they'll learn from this experience.
They said one potential option is to attach the 2 astronauts to a mission that is scheduled to launch in September and return them to Earth with that mission. So they're waiting for the next fucking bus ride.
Waiting for the next bus, man.
Yeah.
Just this.
So these guys are trained. 8 months.
I mean,
how do
you plan for an 8-day trip? I hope you got supplies
months?
the last 8 months.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I mean, you gotta drink.
You're rationing
your own
food.
piss, dude.
You're probably drinking your own
have
piss.
Because like the amount of water, like you're not gonna be able to, like, you can't see, but it's like this is like this freaking little thing that they're in.
Just a little shuttle.
It's just a little freaking shuttle. Like you don't have much in there.
Oh my god! Like you would think they'd be able to. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to send a fucking ship up to get them or whatever.
$1 million, yeah.
I'm
definitely in the millions, I'd say.
Yeah, at least millions, I would think. Shit, dude.
And they're probably not, those astronauts probably aren't millionaires.
At least if you're trapped in the ocean, you might be able to get some food. I'm starting to lean towards being trapped in the ocean over trapped in space.
It's not a bad point.
Get your fucking spearfishing on or whatever you got to do down there.
Yeah. I think it'd be tough, though, because it's like, well, they probably have, like, those, like, you'd have to have, like, a really special suit, and they have, like, the chamber, or, like, the pressure. You know, like in the video games, you have like the little...
the ocean, there's the primary chamber, and then there's where you can be in for free. And when you come in, it has to be a full seal.
Changes the pressure and all that shit.
But you would actually almost need like a mechanical arm on the outside of the ship
you
or
wouldn't
something.
be able to
you
go
can't
out.
go out and
Yeah.
get the fish.
So let's see you freaking MacGyver engineering one
yeah,
of those
dude,
while you're
it's
down
like-
there if you're smart enough. Fuck.
I hope you're a big brain kind of person if you're going on an expedition like that. Don't send me. I'm dying for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into these freaking weirdest sea creatures.
Let's talk about the creatures you're going to see when you're trapped at the bottom of the ocean.
All right, so first one we got the Dumbo octopus. It looks like a balloon.
Yeah, it does look like a balloon. It looks,
Named after a cartoon elephant.
yeah, probably Dumbo.
Yeah. Some big flappy ears.
It looks like one of those fucking Chinese balloons you light on the 4th of July, you know?
Oh, and they just float
They
off.
just float off. Yeah. Little paper balloons. They look like they're going to burn up, but they're just, you ever light like a bunch of them up, you know, and just.
I've never
look,
actually
so
got
pretty.
my hands on any of those.
Oh, really?
Have you?
Dude, I've lit in like.
Where do you get them?
Ton. You get them at the
fireworks store?
fucking fireworks store. Usually, yeah, you can get them all over the place.
I thought that you had to be like, you know, Chinese to get that.
You got to be of the Asian persuasion.
Get your hands on some of those
Yeah, no,
commodities.
Dude, I don't worry. I know people. I'll get you some fucking Chinese balloons.
I know a guy who can stock you up on some Chinese balloons. It's like a balloon on a stick, yeah.
He's pretty fucking wild. Like, that seems like a pretty big target. I don't know how big he is. It doesn't. What does it say? It doesn't say, but
Well,
he
here,
seems
there's
like a pretty big target
yeah.
for other fish. And he doesn't look like he's moving very fast
yeah,
at that
and you
size.
have Dumbo in your name, you're not a predator.
You're probably just fucking fish food.
Yeah. All right. On the next one.
Yeah.
Golfer, this one's got a video.
All right, let's watch the video.
Check this video.
This bizarre creature looks like something out of a nightmare. But believe it or not, it's very much real. It is known as the gulper eel and is a true enigma of the deep sea. This odd-looking creature stands out from other eel species due to its unique features. Its pectoral fins are so tiny as to be almost non-existent, and unlike many other deep sea creatures, it has very small eyes. But the star of the show? Its jaw-dropping mouth,
Whoa.
larger
That
than
boy
its
got a
own
mouth
body,
on him.
hinged loosely, allowing it to open wide enough
What?
to gulp down prey much bigger than itself.
He
And
It does look like a balloon on
He
a
looks
stick.
like a balloon on a
relies its
stick.
own
That's
secret
spot
weapon,
on.
bioluminescence, which emits a soft glow that serves two purposes. It lures unsuspecting prey
It
and
lures.
helps the eel navigate through the mysterious depths. And when mealtime arrives, its jaws stretch wide, creating what can only be described as a formidable black hole.
That would I would not want to find one of those.
Dude, I don't want to find one in the wild, but I could get down with one of them in a fucking fish tank.
That would be cool. It would eat all the fish, though.
Oh, yeah, I'd sit there by itself pretty much. I'm just
Engulf
dropping in
them.
schools of minnows, watching them go to town, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
feed 'em.
Eels are pretty cool, in my opinion. I've always
Eels
been
are
a
cool.
big fan of snakes, so that's kind of similar
Yeah.
life beings.
I wonder, are all eels like freaking, like, electrocuted? You know what I mean?
I don't think all eels are electric.
Probably not.
Because there's electric eels, and I'm pretty sure they're electric. But
Right.
then there's, like you can get eels at the fucking pet store just up the road.
What?
Yeah, you can get,
Yeah, not
Small
all eels are
eels.
electric.
yeah.
Damn. But the electric eel can produce up to 600 volts, dude.
Wow.
Like, to put that in perspective, like main power that like feeds this house is gonna probably be like 480, which like that's like coming through the transformer. like-
Okay.
so like if you touch that, you're done.
You did.
Yeah.
But doesn't the amperage play into that a
Yes,
bit
it
too?
does.
Because a police taser is what, 50,000 volts? But that's not going to kill you.
Yeah. I mean, the volts equals the amps over their resistance.
Okay.
So like, in order to have, it has to be either really low resistance or really high amperage to equal that many volts. So that makes sense. A little physics.
You're so fucking smart, Noski. God damn.
I fake it pretty well.
I read that on a magazine article that was 3 paragraphs long one day.
No, actually, I learned that in college, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be an electrical engineer. This is fucking really boring.
This is awful.
I hate this.
This guy's pretty cool, but I mean, does he really win in a fight with an electric eel with 600 volts coming at you?
I don't think so.
You get gulped up, you're just getting zapped.
Who do you think would win with this next one?
Okay, who we got next? We got, vampire squid. Okay. That's a creepy looking squid. Probably not the creepiest looking squid I've ever seen, but he looks like a killer for sure.
It could just be the name, though. Like how the Dumbo elephant
He
sounds
seems
cool,
like
but
a
low-key
moron.
could be a bad.
Yeah, for sure. He could be pretty.
It does look creepy, though. Like a bat. Yeah, I could.
The vampire squid from hell.
I gotta see where I got that name. With those fucking bat-like fins.
Inspired by its dark color and the cloak-like webbing between its arms. And that's part of what makes it creepy is it's not just tentacles. It's like duck feet.
They're like sharp. Yeah, it's like web feet.
Yeah. But it's
got those
like it's
creepy
also
blue eyes,
it's an
too.
umbrella. It's an umbrella is what it is.
Yeah. It's a weird
Umbrella with
fucking
a
octopus.
with a dildo with a nose on it for a head.
Yeah. Vampire squid from hell. Oh, it's the soul. Okay. It's neither a vampire. Well, I kind of figured that one.
It's not. Shit.
Darn or a squid. Okay.
Soul member of
if
its own
its own-
cephalopod order.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely alien.
That's dude, that's one of a kind, right? Like that's
Aliens. They're under the water.
there's gonna be a general theme to us doing this pod, and it's gonna always somehow circle back to
aliens.
fucking aliens.
Aliens
dude.
underwater.
Yeah.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the cats. Oh, dude, we got the freaking debate, the VP debate tonight, too.
Oh, that's right, dude.
We'll see how
I
that goes.
forgot all about that, dude. I was thinking more about watching episode 2 of The Penguin.
Yo, that freaking show.
Episode 1 was
is
awesome. We
amazing.
just checked it out last night.
I was
folks.
hoping Vance, our roommate, was going to put on the second episode. I was like,
I would have stayed up to watch
I
episode
would've
2 last
definitely
night.
stayed up for that. He is, I don't know what that actor's name is.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. I'm so bad with actor names.
I'm not usually this good, but I was listening to a different podcast yesterday, JRE, and they were talking about it on there.
Oh, the Joe Rogan? Yeah. What they said, they're like,
They
awesome.
said Colin Farrell, attractive fucking actor, right? But with makeup and prosthetics,
Right.
they made him ugly as shit when he's
got
in The
that
Penguin.
big old scar and that
Yeah.
that beak nose.
And
They
it looks super fucking real. It looks good.
really, yeah.
It looks bad, but it looks good.
I got to see how he looks normally now after that. All right, what's this next one we got? Abyssal Sea Devil. And this one's got a
Oh
video.
boy. All right, let's check out the video.
The anglerfish. Oh, that's the one with the like the light bulb over its freaking
Yep.
head and stuff.
Deep
That,
sea anglerfish are strange and elusive creatures that are very rarely observed in their natural habitat. Fewer than half a dozen
That's a
have
killer.
ever been captured
Yeah,
on
dude,
film
That's a
and
killer.
video by
That's
deep
way
diving
freakier than the
research
freaking
That's the
eel.
scariest one so
This
far.
one,
Yeah.
about 9 centimeters long.
I would hope
is
so.
named
Named Sea
Milano
Devil.
Sea. It is also known
Look
as
at
the black
that.
sea
It looks like a
devil,
demon
and it lives
head.
in
Dude,
like-
that's something out of a video game.
That's like something you're shooting at
Usually,
in
this
Doom.
is the
In
first
Doom,
video
yeah,
ever
for
made of
sure,
this
dude.
species, alive and at depth. Anglers
my
have a
God.
remarkable apparatus.
That
on their
jaw,
heads,
dude, that
a fishing
mouth.
pole with a
Like
luminous
he can't even
lure at the
close
tip,
his mouth.
which they use to attract their prey. In the darkness of deep water,
Oh, it's
they
got the
flash
light, yep.
to attract prey and draw them near the angler's mouth. When a fish or squid swims up, it is quickly inhaled by the angler's huge mouth and trapped by its long, sharp teeth. Given the shape
my
of this angler's
God.
body, it's pretty clearly not designed for speed. Instead, these are ambush predators, lurking in the darkness
Oh, yeah.
to grab an unwary meal. Another thing we can tell from the shape of the body is that this is a female. In this species, the males are much smaller, and they lack the fishing pole and lure. Males are ill-equipped.
Normally the males have the
Normally
fishing
the
pole.
males have the
Ability
fish.
appears to be to find a female and mate with her as soon as possible. When we came upon this specimen at a depth of about 600 meters, we noted that she has a broken tooth. You can see it on the left side of her lower jaw. We have no idea whether it will be replaced by another after it falls off. So far as we know, there is no tooth fairy in the deep ocean.
They don't know a whole lot about this fucking guy, that's for sure. And 600 meters isn't that deep in the grand scheme of the ocean.
Not really, no.
In the water around them than on vision. The tiny pale dots you see along the sides of the fish and on its head are organs very sensitive to the slightest movements, and they function very effectively in the dark. The deep sea is filled with surprises and wonderful creatures. Humans have only just begun to explore this vast realm, and we can only imagine what discoveries are yet to be made.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see
This is
it.
Bruce Robeson.
It's
from the
fucked up tooth a little bit.
Yeah,
At the
yeah,
end
you
there.
can. That's everything about that creature is scary. It's not that deep. The women have the wieners.
Yeah, not about it.
and it can double the size of its stomach to eat prey larger than itself. It doesn't even
wild.
chew them up. It doesn't even kill you.
Like a anaconda.
Yeah. Just and you could just be dying in the stomach acid. That's a
Yeah,
that's
that takes a bite out of
creepy
you.
fish.
I'm done. I'm not fucking with that.
That fish is beating all three of the first ones we just looked at
Yeah,
in a 3-on-1.
If I see that, I'm like, get me the frick out of here.
They-
I'm not.
They don't even know what they're dealing with. They're like, oh look, go into the light.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Have you ever been like snorkeling or?
I have never done anything super crazy like that. Okay, quick sidebar here. Fun fact, when I was like 2-3 years old, I almost drowned.
What?
And I've always had a bit of an not irrational, I guess, but I've always had a bit of fear of water.
Yeah.
So like, I don't generally do like water-based things. Like I've never been in a position to go snorkeling. I would, but like, I don't really go tubing either because that just...
Well, if you almost drowned,
Yeah.
then yeah, I would have a freaking
Yeah, like I'll
fear
go
too.
I'll go swimming, but I'm not a strong swimmer at all. Like I swam across the Wolf River in New London one point at a fairly narrow part, and by the end I was so exhausted just swimming across to the other side. I was like, holy shit, I don't know if I'm going to make it back to the other side just to fucking get home.
Yeah.
And I think it's part mental, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the strongest swimmer myself, but I've never been like super like I've never almost drowned, obviously. But like, well, there was this when I went snorkeling this one time.
You're really selling me on snorkeling right now.
Oh yeah, so I went to Key West, Florida, like the very bottom of Florida, with my sister one time. I'm like, oh, we went for like a day. It was like the shortest vacation you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, if we're gonna go for a day, let's make it worth it. So like, all right, I'm like, I'm gonna book this like snorkeling thing. I'm taking tequila shots all morning, as one does on vacation.
As one does on vacation.
And I remember them like telling me when they're like, all right, if you get water in your freaking tube or your straw, like suck in and then suck out and blow it out,
Okay, like suck it in your mouth and then just expel it all.
And I must not have heard those
Must have been drunk for that
instructions clearly, because I jumped right. So everyone's like, all right, go. They're like, go. Like everyone jumps in and I jump in almost less than a minute in. I have water in my tube, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna. So I just take a huge freaking gulp of this
big ol'
seawater,
ripper.
big old ripper of seawater, dude. Start puking.
Underwater.
I'm trying
to
to stay afloat because I can't swim and puke at the same time, right? And so then I'm just like puking up those tequila shots all in the water while everyone's still around. Luckily, no one said anything, and I'm like trying to
Dissipate.
dissipate it and mix it in, like dilute it. The solution to pollution is dilution. But
Like that.
But then as I finally like I'm crying and I'm like, all right, I finally like come back to life. I'm not going to drown because I'm like alive. But then, I saw some cool like blue, like the dory fish from
Oh, I got you.
Finding Nemo. I saw that. There was like puffer fish that I didn't see. They're like, oh, there's a puffer fish. I'm like, look, I can't find this fucking thing. But then
hiding in the puke puddle, I'd assume.
As I'm finally coming back to the boat, I see this black shark.
Okay.
And it's probably like, you know, for all our non-Americans, a couple like a meter long or whatever.
We think.
Yeah, like 3 feet, whatever. But I'm like, right as I'm coming back to the boat, I'm like, oh, I'm going to like freaking, like, that's cool. So I'm going to like swim towards it. And then I'm like swimming towards the shark, like kind of chasing it. And then I'm like, but I'm like, luckily I'm back at the boat. So I'm like, wait, why am I chasing a shark right now? This is probably not the smartest thing to do. I guess it could probably really fuck me up. But no, I just remember that like so vividly, you know, like the scene. I think it was pretty badass.
You got to remind yourself in that situation, you're not a water-based predator. No, that's not. You're out of your element.
I don't think he saw me.
I went to Florida with my brother and a couple friends. We did kind of a tour. We went down the East Coast, went down to Miami, and then circled back up the West Coast. We were there for like 2 weeks, just made a trip out of it. And we went to this national park. Okay. And my buddy had the bright idea, I want to try and wrestle a real alligator.
No.
Yeah.
He's got some big cojones to try to wrestle. I would not.
I'm gonna say he didn't end up wrestling an alligator.
Thank God.
But I had a camcorder. I basically documented this entire trip.
Like he was seriously ready.
And we went to this national park. And we're walking around the trails, whatever. You could see alligators. Cool, whatever. Lots of people around.
Yeah. Because they're just kind of like around you.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could jump in and
They could get to you if they wanted to, but not really. But
it's like you're on one of those like boardwalk things and they're just like right below you kind of deal.
What we did is we found a tree that had fallen. This was in the midst of a hurricane in Florida. Mind you, that we took this trip. A tree had fallen across like the private area, stay out.
Yeah.
And it was laying on the path that we were on over the river. We climbed across this tree when no one was around, and we went into the fucking woods in the middle of this national forest. And we got probably within like 6 feet of like a handful of fucking gators in the water.
Like a fucking swarm, a pack.
Yeah. And it's all swampy. You don't even know if there's some around you, really. And my buddy's got a big-ass stick, and he's smacking the water, trying to get him to come up on the land so he can wrestle one. And they fucking ignored us. Thank God. But I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there with my camera watching him do this. I've got the tape of it somewhere. I'll show you someday. Nice. It's fucking wild.
Dude. That takes some... I mean...
I told him I thought it was a bad idea. He was dedicated. I was like, all right.
It's not even the bite with their crazy long mouth.
The death spin.
It's the roll. Yeah,
it's
the gator roll.
Yep.
That's like you're losing limbs.
You're done, dude.
That. Yeah, fuck that.
And that's where I get the saying, you're not a water-based predator. That's what I was telling him on that trip. I'm like, dude, you're not a fucking water-based predator,
right?
Bro.
This is their freaking... This is
their
domain.
Land.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be like if they came in a freaking gun store or something. You're like, sorry, buddy.
You want to start a fight with me, Mr. Gator?
Right.
In my natural habitat of a fucking firearms store?
Not going to work.
Not happening.
All right, what do we got next? Costacelia, sea slug. It looks like a plant.
I mean, that's just a cute little fucking guy right
it's
there.
It's like a little Pokemon.
It does look like a Pokemon.
A real life Pokemon.
Let's see what it says here. Sheep might be strict vegetarians, but they are mere amateurs compared to this ovine character, which is herbivorous to the point that it becomes part vegetable itself.
It's like Green Giant. You eat too many.
You eat too many. That motherfucker learned from this creature right here. Costa.
You are what you eat, they say.
I was always told to eat my veggies.
Yeah, I don't want to look like that, though.
He looks harmless.
Yeah.
I mean,
eats algae.
The picture looks like it's probably pretty zoomed in, too. Like, that thing's much smaller than it looks in the picture, I bet. Pretty wild.
Oh, it's a photosynthetic animal.
It literally becomes part fucking plant.
Literally a plant animal. That's crazy. Yeah, because like, photosynthesis, you take in the sunlight and you create
Right.
the CO2 that you need.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Spends much of its time grazing on marine algae, but it doesn't digest this plant matter entirely. Somehow it separates the chloroplasts, the green organelles within a plant's cells that convert sunlight into chemical energy, from the rest of the meal and embeds them in its own tissues, making the slug a rare example of a photosynthetic animal.
Freaking wild. Huh.
They call it Shaun of the sheep slug. Shaun the sheep slug.
I mean, if I knew I could maybe become more of like an actual plant, I would eat more vegetables. That sounds kind of cool. You're like a poison ivy character.
Poison ivy, dude. I want to be more like fucking Groot from fucking Galaxies. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to start eating bark. That's how it works.
You can try.
Right?
I don't know if it's going to work for us, though. It is wild, though, because it's like that had to like adapt from somewhere. Like,
yeah, it had to, if you, follow the evolution theory at all, I mean, it had to pick up on that for some reason.
That's great. Yeah, right. It had to be some kind of advantage. That's wild. All right, what we got next?
Emperor shrimp.
That doesn't look like a shrimp at all.
No, it looks like another plant. Oh, wait. What the fuck?
It looks like something.
Looks like an insect.
Looks like, yeah, something I'd like to see when I'm on psychedelics or something. Those colors.
Did I eat a bunch of mushrooms and forgot I took them?
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. So it's spends its whole life on the back of the sea slug. So it's like
it's
he's
like
a camper.
Yeah.
Little parasite kind of deal.
Like freaking
mutual convenience.
Birds and hippos or whatever.
Oh, it cleans it.
Yeah. That's
cool,
pretty looking, for sure.
Yeah. Where do we find those? Giant isopod. That's a dinosaur, 100%.
You hear the word isopod and you think, yeah, dinosaur.
Like one of those freaking. It looks just like one of those prehistoric freaking Pokemon again.
Yeah, dude. It turns out all sea creatures were the ideas behind Pokemon.
For sure.
That's
at least a lot of them.
From. Yeah.
A giant wood lice.
It's a foot long.
It's a giant lice? That's
gross.
That's kind of gross.
That's right up there with one of the creepiest things. Reading that makes it one of the creepiest creatures so far.
Yeah, you think of lice, it's almost like a centipede that's going to like freaking crawl on your ear or something.
They only live deep in the ocean, though. It says 500 meters deep.
Yeah, on the freaking ocean floor, probably.
A foot long, though? Ugh. Although, I'll tell you what, crawling around on the floor with that big-ass shell, you feel pretty damn good. Like,
but if you're
gonna mess with you.
in the submarine, that might be a solid meal.
That could be a solid meal. A foot long, dude. A little fucking $5 foot long.
Little shrimp action.
Little shrimp. Fucking don't be shellfish now.
Arthropods. Not as fearsome as they look. Okay, so you can definitely kill it. Hopefully.
They scavenge on whatever they find, from crab flesh to marine worms.
Oh, dude, look at this next one. The sea pig.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
That color is freaking wild.
It almost looks see-through.
Let's play this video.
Let's see what we got.
Sea pigs are sea cucumbers that inhabit the deep sea. They are distributed worldwide on abyssal plains. They can be found at depths down to nearly 20,000 feet below the surface.
Pretty deep.
Sea pigs have enlarged tube feet that they use to suspend their bodies above the mud. In order to move, the tube feet communicate with large water vascular cavities in the skin, allowing them to walk across the muddy seafloor. Sea pigs are deposit feeders. They eat decaying plant and animal matter on the sea floor.
They eat shit.
They play an important
I was like, where'd they get the
part
name
in
sea pig? I'm
recycling
like, oh, that
nutrients
makes
Bottom
sense.
and
feeders.
filtering sediments in the sea. They use their sense of smell to locate preferred food sources. When there's a lot of food around, such as a whale carcass, they can congregate in large numbers.
Nice.
Herds
Damn.
have been spotted of
Bunch of
300 to 600 individuals. Sea pigs
bottom
grow
feeders.
about 6 inches long. Young king crabs have been spotted hitching rides on sea pigs to hide from predators. The crabs do this when an area is devoid of rocks that could offer them protection. Scientists are unsure if the sea pig gets any benefit from the crab's behavior.
They're just buddies.
It is
it's a
possible
homie.
that the crabs
I got
may
you,
be
dog. Hop
feeding
on.
on the parasites
Let's go for a ride.
that might settle on the sea pigs. For more
Going
marine
nowhere
facts,
fast, dude.
click the
I'm just looking for a good old. Just
Sound
getting ready
good,
for
buddy.
Thanksgiving. No, we're thinking about having giant whale carcass for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Me and the fam.
Link up, link up. Locomotion.
It's pretty wild the way they move, though. I will say that's pretty wild. They
Yeah.
inflate and deflate their legs with water like hydraulics. And they churn up soft mud looking for fucking decaying shit.
I mean, whatever you gotta do to get your fucking food, I guess, right?
Yeah.
What
Man's
the-
got to eat.
Dude.
This next one,
This next one's not. That's like a picture, and that's not even like a
Giant-
That's like a drawing. That's
giant siphonophore.
Like, it
yeah.
doesn't even look like an actual photo.
No, it looks like it's a fucking drawing based on a skeleton.
40. They grow up to 40 meters.
It's not a fish, a whale, or a jellyfish. It's the unlikely giant of the underwater world.
It means it's actually a long chain of individuals. What? So it's a bunch of like tiny animals, like a transformer when they bind together or something.
Dude, like freaking Power Rangers style.
Yeah.
They got a fucking morph. Mighty Morphin fucking siphonophores.
It made the most weirdest animals ever list. All right, I might have to check that one after. All right, what else we got? Dodo green amiri nudibranch. That looks like it's like on a tree, not even underwater.
That's just some weird beehive, dude.
What the fuck? More eyeballs than are those are eyeballs? Okay, I had a feeling those are like,
I thought they were titties.
yeah. It'd be cool if they were.
6 tits.
Yeah. What's better than 2? 6. Advertise their they're poisonous.
That tracks.
Yeah, if I saw that, I'm like, I'm not fucking.
Yeah, I'm not touching
I'm
that
not
thing.
eating that.
Even if it looks like 6 titties.
Like, yeah, you see like a green tree frog or whatever, the poisonous ones. You're like,
Right.
oh, this looks
That looks so cool. Come
harmless. Like, yeah, I want to be your buddy. And then it's like, oh, they're super fucking poisonous.
here. The Serrata, which flamboyantly advertises their toxicity to predators, is also their gills.
They have gills as eyes.
It's the eyes, it's the draw for the prey, and it's the gills. 2 birds stoned at once. 3 birds actually stoned at once.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, what else we got?
The polychate cayet.
That's just a freaking
Worm.
centipede, dude.
That's a water centipede.
If I've ever seen one.
I'm probably not touching it if I see it.
Yeah, no, I'm killing that or running from that. Like that's what's gonna that's like exactly what's gonna crawl in your ear when you're freaking sleeping, you know.
That's such a terrifying thought, dude. I'm actually not gonna sleep tonight now that we've gone through so many of these.
I feel that. Yeah.
Just lives happily on deep sea hydrothermal vents in the Atlantic. So if you go to the Pacific, you're fine.
Stunningly diverse, 10,000 species. Yeah, fuck that. I don't care if it's friendly. That looks like it's gonna crawl in your ear.
Yeah, cluster of sensory hairs, just like just like fucking centipedes, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Well, no, centipedes have like those are all like legs.
Yeah, but I think they also have
Oh, they're
Little-
They're very hairy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
like you
sure.
can't even see the hairs on them when you're looking at them, like just naked eye.
Right. They're super thin.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got? Angel shark.
Angel shark.
That looks like a stingray.
It does look like a stingray, and you just know it. Like if that fucker could take out Steve Irwin,
You can
they take out
anything.
anything, dude.
Yeah.
That was
The
the
halfway.
man.
It's between halfway between a shark and a ray.
Oh, the best of both worlds. That's always a dangerous combo.
If I ever die and get reincarnated, that might be the move.
That's what like. If it's a list of options,
Shark / stingray.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might not be able to beat that one.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, just kind of seems like apex predator.
Yeah, I mean, you could be like a bald eagle or something, great white, but
Grow about 2.5 meters long. That's pretty big.
it's decent.
Yeah. I mean, that's like roughly as tall as me. You said a meter is like what? Roughly 3 feet.
3 feet, yeah.
A little bit taller. A
Yeah.
little bit longer than I
It's
stand
probably
tall.
like 7 feet.
That's pretty cool though.
All right, what else we got?
The bobbit worm.
The bob.
Now that's that's an alien. Yep. Right back to it. That's an
definitely
alien.
an alien.
The bobbit worm is a fearsome marine predator that burrows into the sand and waits for unsuspecting prey.
Parasite.
Yep. Yep. Up to 3 meters long. That's
Yo,
a big
so it just hides and then
motherfucker.
freaking as soon as you come up, it just jumps out of the ground like a freaking, like one of those,
That's something out of Tremors, dude.
or like the worms in freaking Dune, but like way smaller.
I have not watched Dune, actually.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't want to like spoil it too much, but they have these like desert like giant worms that just
Okay.
like they hear you walking and then they
Right.
come and fucking
It's like
eat you and shit.
it's
Yeah.
like what I imagine. Like that's what's underneath the Sarlacc pit is just the rest of this creature.
The Sarlacc pit. What's that?
Is Star Wars?
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
Sarlacc
yeah,
pit?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars. I'm gonna feel like a terrible fan right now.
You should have known that,
I
dog.
should've
I
known
knew
that
you
one.
liked Star Wars
Yeah,
too.
that one. Terrible fan.
You fired.
Terrible fan. With only its tentacles exposed. That's wild.
Yeah, that's a pretty creepy one.
All right. Should we let's go to most weird. Weirdest animals ever.
Oh, like is it just
Under the long-
link under it? Okay.
Yeah, the link under the freaking
Okay. What a
long crazy one. 18 weirdest animals. What?
I'm seeing birds, fish.
Oh no, go back to the one that looks like a picture that's like the animal of many animals, the long one that's 40 meters. It's under that
the
one.
sinophore.
Yeah.
Siphonophore. Okay. Yeah, most weirdest animals list. I gotcha.
What?
Okay.
Dude, okay, we gotta look at this one.
The horned lizard? Or
Yeah.
which one are you looking at?
Yeah, that one. The,
Oh.
the blood
Okay.
squirting lizard.
Yeah, let's play it.
What the heck? Why would you want to do that? Unless you just like,
This looks like Arizona.
I mean, that'd be
or
kind of
Mexico.
cool. Yeah, New Mexico.
The horned lizard. It's known
Looks pretty
alias
badass.
includes
I've
the
seen
horned
this guy
frog
before.
and the horny toad.
The horny
The
toad.
horny toad.
Nice.
Just a one reptile wrecking crew with a bizarre self-defense strategy. We'll get to
Oh,
that
it's a
in
self-defense.
second. It eats mostly harvester ants, but it doesn't have any fancy hunting methods.
It just shoots blood from its
When a column
eyes.
of ants crosses its path, it laps them up.
Oh yeah, he's just feasting, dude. They're crawling on his back and everything.
The
He don't
ants
give a
try
fuck.
to fight back, but their mandibles are of little use against the lizard's scales,
Yeah,
no
he's got
matter
super
how hard they try.
rough skin.
But a coyote is a different story.
Oh, no way,
Oh
dude.
shit, dude.
No way a lizard could take a
That's when
cut.
the
Yeah,
lizard
look at
rolls
the
out.
size
Here
difference.
comes the blood, dude.
Look at the size
Fires
difference.
its own version of
He's just
pepper spray.
playing with him. Here
Oh!
comes the blood. Here comes the blood.
Can you hit him in the eye? Blind the coyote?
Muscles around the eyes rupture under pressure.
Oh
and
my
squirt
God.
blood out at the attacker.
It gives it like diseases.
In addition to the ick factor, the blood contains canine repellent chemicals.
Canine
What?
repellent.
That's
dude.
convenient.
The coyote flees, leaving the lizard to
my
wait for more ants.
What the
It's just like, yeah, this lizard is, he said it best in the video. That's a one-man wrecking crew, dude.
Like, you see that size difference between that and the
Dude,
coyote?
yeah,
Like, the
like,
coyote could just
If he
grab
wanted,
it.
if he wouldn't have been playing with his food, you know, and Ma always said, "Don't play with your food." If he would have just gobbled him up, he would have been
coulda just-
fine.
Yeah,
He would have had a nice little snack.
just grab him. And
I mean, come on, you're a coyote, dude. You're gonna let him use his coyote repellent?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. They to a distance of 9 times their body length, so they can really launch that.
That's some pretty
Crap.
good range.
Yeah, that's wild.
Foul toxins that it shoots out of its eyeball.
All right, what else we got? We got batfish.
The red-lipped
Check this
batfish.
one out. Good music. It's got a little waddle to it.
Oh, put some lipstick on.
It's got a weird freaking face, dude. What the heck?
God, that is a lot lizard right there. I mean, you don't
Those
want
are
to be
some luscious lips.
you don't want to be caught taking her home at bar close.
No. Just like chicks, dude. They're just like flaunting the lips with the duck lips.
Why was this one not featured on the last list of crazy ocean
Yeah.
animals we just went through?
Look at this weird looking tail.
Dear God.
Yeah, that one's definitely weird. That should have made the list.
That's weirder than half of them that we looked
I'm
at.
calling Discover Wildlife. and
Yeah, dude.
complaining.
What are you guys doing over there at the frickin' BBC studios?
All right, what else we got? Hagfish. Slimy creature of your nightmare.
At
I
the
believe
bottom
it.
of the ocean dwells a bizarre-looking
Bottom of the ocean.
A fish so
This Sunday.
remained unchanged
And river
for
monsters.
This is the hagfish. Its velvet smooth skin
Oh, it's
lacks
like a-
scales and slithers along the ocean floor. It has
Looks like a
skull,
snake, dude.
but
Yeah.
no spine.
No spine.
Tiny holes run along the sides of its wriggling body. Some for breathing, and some for sliming.
Slimy.
But its most bizarre
God, dude.
I use most of my holes for sliming as well.
This is where they actually got the substance on Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Oh, what?
That's gross.
That's I don't like that.
Oh my God, dude. He's not circumcised.
Is it? What is that?
This jawless maw is made for mincing up
It's its
dead
mouth.
bodies.
His mouth is like a little.
Multiple rows of sharp
Vagina or
teeth
something,
are
that's-
packed on 2 bony plates.
Oh, fucking.
With its single nostril,
yeah, that
it
was
picks up
wild.
the sweet scent of death.
The sweet scent of death.
A feast has arrived.
Let's slime it up.
Oh, yeah. You're dead. What is that? Mackerel? You're done.
It has no fins, but its paddle-like tail makes light
It's like an
work of
eel.
swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to come around with those.
He's sliming
The
him. He's going to
hagfish
slime him.
latches on,
Doesn't it have
and its
teeth?
mouth goes to work.
It just like breaks it down with this.
Flesh is ripped from the
Oh.
carcass and shoved
Oh,
down its toothy
baby.
throat.
It's a feast.
Oh my gosh!
It's a frenzy of multiple
What the?
mincing
Dude.
And to keep other hungry onlookers
It looks
at
like a
bay,
parasite
the hagfish
worm.
excrete copious amounts of slime
Now
into
this is the
water.
thing of nightmares.
Yeah. See, that makes me want
A
to get
shark
trapped in
shark
space.
snatches
Not
Yeah,
down
we
there.
might be going back to the other side after seeing this.
not about that.
In minutes, the hagfish will strip the carcass to bone.
Oh my gosh.
Minutes.
It's like the ultimate sea vulture.
Yeah. Wasting no time. I gotta get to my next slime event.
It may be months before they find another meal
Months?
like
That's crazy. I wonder how long they can go without
Probably
eating.
the slimiest animal in the world, and they use their slime for lethal purposes. They possess specialized slime glands that have two types of cell. Mucus cell that release mucin and thread cells that exude skeins, loosely coiled fibers of protein around 15 centimeters long.
What the fuck?
When mixed in seawater, the mucins and the skeins create a copious amount of slime incredibly quickly.
Copious amount. That's how you know it's a lot.
It's a big word. Yeah. That's a good word when you're getting a lot of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I produce a copious amount of slime.
I mean, I'd try, but
And try my best.
I wouldn't call
I try
it.
to impress.
I wouldn't call it copious amounts, but you eat the right foods, you might be able to do that. All right, let's do this one more. We got
All right,
the
one more.
blobfish.
Yeah, I've seen this ugly
This
fucker
creature
before.
was crowned the world's ugliest animal in 2013.
That looks just like the
A
other
title
frickin'
it still
Pokemon.
defends
Yeah.
today.
Pokemon
On
fucking
land, he's got a
stole
body
all their shit from
Yeah,
deep
it's
sea.
so-
and
ocean
a big ol'
creatures.
frown.
Right.
But drop this fellow 9,200 feet below sea level, and the water holds up all that flab like a push-up bra, making the fish a little more handsome. Same old
Oh,
fish,
that's
but
debatable.
with a little more
I think I
support.
could take a blobfish.
So what is all that water?
It's
pressure
not the
holding
worst.
together?
It's ugly,
the
but it's
skin,
not like
the
scary
flabby
ugly.
Yeah.
And the muscles is a lot of fluid.
This is
Fat.
David Stein.
It's not muscle, it's fat.
He was lucky enough to
blubber.
dissect 19 blobfishes in the 1970s.
It's a blubberfish.
Blobfish look blobby because they are full of
Blob.
water. Under their skin,
Oh my
blobfish have a
God.
thick layer of gelatinous flesh that floats outside their muscles.
If you pick up a blobfish by the tail, then it kind of flows to the head.
Like a
This
blob.
water-filled
Like a
yellow-white
blob.
water allows the blobfish to stay somewhat buoyant, which is important because blobfishes.
I love on the
don't
bottom
have
it says the
swim
blobfish is actually a very misunderstood and unfairly judged creature.
Adjust.
Don't be so mean to the blobfish, guys.
I don't think we have enough people standing up for the blobfish.
Move it.
You know,
That's
their
the next.
rights.
That's the next movement.
Doesn't need to be
Respect the
maintain
blobfish.
buoyancy.
So
Here for
the
the
jello
blobfish.
layer isn't a perfect substitute, but the blobfish doesn't need to be a
All
strong swimmer.
right. Well,
The predator has a highly specialized hunting.
we're wrapping. Let's wrap her
That
up.
was, that was some wild animals. That was a good.
Which one was your favorite, or which one
I
are you
like
the most
the-
terrified of?
The most terrifying was probably either that anglerfish,
The sea devil.
the hagfish, dude. That video really
Yeah.
sells that.
That was a
the
gruesome
hagfish.
video.
That was. We should maybe put
Viewer-
a
viewer
disclaimer
discretion
on that.
advised.
Viewer discretion advised.
That's on that
Absolutely.
one.
I'll do it. Let's just let him dive
Yeah.
into it. We did.
I don't know, man. I think the sea devil might have been. It looked like
The
like
sea
a
devil
frickin-
looked the
like
scariest.
a flying demon head from Doom that you
Yeah.
can get a blast and destroy.
Yeah, for sure.
Or that I don't know that eel though, where it's just like the eel.
Oh, the big
dark,
mouth?
the dark
Yep.
eel with the
Yep,
dark hole mouth.
Pelican eel or whatever they called it.
I don't know, man.
Some
I'd-
crazy shit.
I think
down
I'd
there,
rather be
man.
these two astronauts than be stuck down here after seeing
Yeah.
that.
I've seen the movie Alien. I'm pretty sure I can beat the alien. I've learned all the tricks.
Yeah, you see
I don't
the
know how to
movies.
beat all them fish.
No, especially down there. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna die. That's what you're gonna do.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. It was nice knowing you.
Well, I suppose episode 2 of the Noski Show. Wrap her up. Nice having you, big homie. Appreciate it.
Cheers, my friend. We'll
Follow
be back
us.
in the near future.
Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your guys' podcasts. And yeah,
Thanks for joining.
have a great fucking day. Take care, everyone. Peace.